Okay, this footage was taken October 10th, 2018. I was up on top of the observation deck at Pine Island. These islands right here that I'm looking at are 4.84 miles from my location from Pine Island now, on top of the observation deck. It was a fairly low tide. It wasn't an extreme low like I've seen it out there before, but it was a pretty low tide. And when I first got there, it was like I said, early in the morning. It was a little on the cold side, um, and I started noticing some things. And I'm going to let the natural audio hear a little piece of it play. What I try to do is study the miraging effects, this mirroring effect. I'm going to do some time lapses. Maybe I'll get down lower to the water too. Get a windbreak here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a windbreak. And lower to the water. Okay, this time lapse was taken just below the observation deck, but still up on the beach part, up on the seawall. But as you can see, it was still a little windy where I was at. The wind was coming out of the east, which I was kind of exposed to the full wind. Um, and then I decided to go a little bit deeper, but this was about 30 something minutes. Where I kind of like tried to set on these, set in the same spot. But, what do you see? This is a good point on this. You can watch how the backdrop changes, how the bushes change, how they actually get smaller due to the visibility change. And you'll see this change, quite prevalent in this. Um, And I always say I want to let the viewer decide for themselves. Now you can watch the guys in the boat. You'll see some of them get up and walk up on the bank. And you'd have to say, from the first part of the video, being up on the deck and seeing that same boat. Now that was the same boat when I was on top of the deck. Um, and I do believe the time lapse was a 25-minute time lapse. I went actually even lower in the video here. You will actually see where my camera is located. Now you'd almost have to think that I got a ladder and went way up on the top of the observation deck and got higher up to see across the curve, but that's not the fact. Um, Now there was a little splice there. I didn't put in a transition because I wanted to keep the video just in a full run. Um, but you can obviously see here the different changes that are going on. But you look for yourself. Like I say, most of the globe people look at this with their eyes wide shut. They don't look. They don't even watch your video, people. The trolls that come on your channel just come on there to troll you, waste your time, annoy you. I mean, you can visually see what's happening here. Um, and this is the thing, when the visibility changes, it can change within minutes. Now, what it was cooler that morning. Again, the wind was coming out of the east, and that's why all the water looks like it's going to the right, because it's coming out of the east. You're looking southward, I should say. Um, and again, these islands are 4.84 miles away. So I should not even see the bank, that little bank that sticks up in between those islands. That's a little bank. I've been there. I've took my boat there one day and saw where I would actually, I mean, if I was to stand on top of that, what I kind of look like up there. got the feeling for it. So again, like I say, most people aren't coming to your channel to actually prove to you anything. They're there to insult you, to try to make your channel look bad. Um, I basically, there's the guys walking right there. Now, I shouldn't see any of them at all, because wait till you see where my location is. And you'll see a little bit of it right here. But then I'm going to show you cell phone footage of where I was actually located. I mean, and you'll kind of see it in this little next part here. Plus, I wanted to put in, where the tides were. And one of the things I always say too is the best time usually to film is on a dead tide, when the water stops moving. When the water stops moving and you got great visibility, believe me, you are going to see way more than what science claims you are. Now, they want to say that this is refraction, pulling shit up from behind the curve. It actually isn't. It's just the difference in your quality of visibility. And, I do these, real-time observations. But my problem is I do a lot of them, and I make long videos that nobody is really interested in. They just want you to get, show me the curve, or show me it's flat. Where's your map? You ain't got a map. If you ain't got a map, I don't want to listen to you, man. Where's your map? That gets old after a while. You hear the same stuff over and over again, and it gets monotonous. So you have to think to yourself, why are these guys even on your channel disputing you if they don't think Earth is flat? I mean, honestly, I didn't think it was flat either until I went out to disprove it, and I noticed something about, these effects, these optical effects we get from the weather conditions. So I started doing longer observations, spending more time. And then when I've gotten those days where there was good visibility, where the marine weather forecast says, hey, there's an 11-mile visibility, and Lord behold, I can get the Cutter's Rock Rack at 15 miles out. Now, next is the cell phone footage and the audio, and then another video from our friends from Sky Free. Show the time, 15 minutes left on this video. I shouldn't even see that little gap in between these islands because it's a small gap. The guy got out of his boat and walked to the island. Let me just show you how far off the water I am here.
Hi everyone! We have a quick at-home observation to show you. The temperature outside was 21 degrees, humidity was in the 90s, and the observation was conducted between 9:30 and 10 p.m. This is the temperature composition at the start of the observation and during peak distortion. We let cold air mix at the surface from higher up than we usually do. As a result, the temperature from 2 feet dropped about 5 degrees, even with warm air coming in near the ceiling from an air vent, instead of staying put or increasing as it often does when we only let cold air mix right at the surface. Here are the objects from the viewer's perspective. And now we open the patio door to let the cold outside air mix with the warm air inside. Here we raise our viewing height just a bit, and the objects arrive in full view. Raising up again. And lowering. Now we close the patio door, and when the air evens out, the objects arrive to the viewer in full. Thanks for watching. We have more observations planned ahead. Keep the great suggestions coming.
Okay, here's just a little bit of footage from when I got there. I just want to play it up to the point where I show that I am up on top of the observation deck. And one of the things too that, I look at is how magnified optical magnification does occur. If you pay attention to these small details, um, you'll start noticing how this magnification also plays a role in this optical illusion of a curve. Further back the object is, the more magnified it might get, and the more it will appear to drop and hide behind a supposed curve. The illusion of a curve is really what it's all about. And as you can see here, I did start my day out up on top of this deck. Um, I'm not out to deceive anybody. I'm just looking for truth and proof for myself. Unfortunately, this will probably be my last video going up on YouTube. I will hopefully change platforms. Um, I'm going to wind up probably be under Florida Fishman. I am a fisherman. I fish these waters. And I feel as if that's more appropriate than wide awake. I kind of don't like the name. It was given to me by a turd, um, and I no longer am friends with him um, because of several reasons. Um, but you can obviously see that these islands appear to be floating, and they are not. It's just the illusion of a curve. There's nothing curved here. It's all flat. That's why, as a fisherman, we say, let's go fishing, flats fishing. And flats fishing is you're fishing in the flats. Have a great day, and sorry about this being this long. I wanted to cut it shorter, but it was really hard to fit this in a 5-minute video. Thanks a lot, and have a good day.